already know my own business, no shame.
I am living with no fear, moving myself from here to here. I elevate.
Here I am. Hey guys, how you doing? It's been a while. Well, a while isn't like a day and a half, but I hope Luciami, thank you so much for all of the beautiful stuff you guys have been saying. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, I really want us to build a beautiful community of love and positivity. So remember, over here, my name is Kamkhalo Africa Sekhamane, and welcome to the multiverse. So today's video is going to be hella short. And because I didn't really know what to talk about, but firstly, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Like I said, we are doing road to 10k subbies. I hope you guys are seeing. I hope you guys are good. Today I just wanted us to talk about time and seasons. Like, what season are you in your life? How important do you value how important is time to you? Let me say that. What season are you in? How important is time to you in your life? And what is God saying to you about this current season of your life? It's important that you hear God for yourself about what it is He has planned for you in this season, and what are the lessons that you learned from the last season that would be very crucial in this next season that you're headed into. Today, as I was thinking about the concept of times and seasons and what that means for us, I came across Ecclesiastes 3, which is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to read Ecclesiastes 3 for us, okay? In the Amplified Version, and it says, "There is a season, an appointed time for everything, and a time for every delight and event or purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted." Verse 3, "A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up as lost. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear apart and a time to sew together. A time to keep silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace." Verse 9, "What profit is there for a worker from that in which he labors? I have seen the task which God has given to the sons of man with which to occupy themselves." So Ecclesiastes 3, from verse 1 to verse 10, that's what I was reading from, is literally telling us that God operates in times and in seasons. Our God is a God of order and a God of time. And it's so important because, like in the last video, if you haven't watched, please do watch, where we're talking about the vacuum law of prosperity. I was asking, what are the things that need to be lost? What are the things you need to give up that are not beneficial for you in this current season that you're in? What are the things that you need to remove to make room for what God has for you? And that all has to do with a time and a season. So you need to really kind of think about, where are you in your life right now? What season are you in? The reason why we keep having cycles that reoccur in our lives is because we're not cognizant of the time that we have, and we're not cognizant of what seasons we're in. That's why we keep repeating cycles, because the lesson you were supposed to learn, say last year this time, is not the same lesson that should be reoccurring. And I am literally preaching to myself right now, because I have a tendency to attach myself to relationships that aren't beneficial in this season. And it's something that Papa God has to really do a work in me for, and I'm praying for a revelation as to why cycles keep happening in my life, because I think without acknowledging that these things are repetitive, you end up not doing anything about it, right? So the whole point about our growth and the whole point about what we're here to do on this life thing is to hear from God and to figure out what it is we're called to do and what task He has for us and in what time that task needs to be done, right? If I read verse 10 again, which I just thought about now, it says, I have seen the task which God has given to the sons of man with which to occupy themselves. So what tasks does Papa God has for you, pardon me, what task has been given to you that you haven't given the time because you're occupied with things that are not important in this season? This is the time for us to search and seek God closer and seek the Spirit of God to speak to us as to what it is that Papa God wants us to do with our time and what tasks are necessary in the season that we're in. It's very important to notice what seasons you're in and what cycles keep repeating, because it really helps us frame what direction or where God wants us to be and where He wants us to go. Where are you planted right now? Where do you need to grow? Just figuring out those things are very important, man. So like I said, not going to be a long video, but I hope what I'm trying to relay makes sense. There is a time and a season for everything. Let me know, what season do you think you're in, and how do you think God is trying to use you in this season, and what do you think God is saying to you? Are you hearing Him for yourself? And that's an important chat to have with self, right? Are you hearing God for yourself? Not what people are saying God is saying about you, but what is God saying to you, pertaining to you, about what you're supposed to do, about the task that He has for you. So yeah, I hope you are good. I hope Luciame, and give yourself some grace and some love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, road to 10K, so we just share what I shared. I hope you're well, Bagolo, and thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that in the season, you take note of what it is that's important in your life, and I hope you take note of what it is that God is trying to do in your life in this season. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. And I'm actually quite proud because we did it. We did 3 uploads this week. This is us, and we're gonna do it again next week. Don't forget to like I said, comment, let me know what's happening in your life. What do you think Papa God is saying to you about this season in your life? What do you think is important? Thank you so much, and I'm gonna see y'all next week. See you soon. You seem pretty, you know, mind my own business, no, I'm sure.